Okay, so I've gone ahead and printed my head brace and the two mounting brackets. So what I've gone ahead and measured is the distance between the mounting holes that I created on the head brace when it's concave, so when it's already buckled together. So that came out to be about 125 millimeters. So what we'll do is I'll model that up for the battery holder. So that's what we'll do right now. So let me start a sketch here. So what I measured is it goes about 125 millimeters of separation and about 12 millimeters up. So right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a spline here and just connect these 3 points. So that's the basic shape that I need here. So what I'm going to do is offset this spline here by about 2 millimeters, but I want to do that negative. I want it to go outwards so that it doesn't protrude on the measurement that I just made. So what I want to do here is I want to create a flat edge here, so I'll make a line coming across at a 90-degree angle to this bottom line here, and I'll just trim this off. So I'll do the same over here and trim this piece off. So I'll just go ahead and extrude this now. So you can extrude it as far up as you want. I think I'm going to go about 90 millimeters. That sounds fine. So now what we need to do is create the actual piece that holds the battery. So what I'll do there is I'll create another sketch here, and I'll just make a rectangle. So let's do 125 on this side, and let's go out. So if I did 112 plus 2, 114, so let's just add 20 to 14, so 20 plus 14 here. There we go. And now what I want to do is project this spline here, and I'll just extrude this edge here by about 2 millimeters, and I'll join that together. And now what I want to do is create another sketch here, and I'm just going to offset these 3 edges here, offset by negative 2 millimeters right there to create the walls. So I'll extrude that, and again I'll just go up. You can go up as high up as you need. I think I'm just going to do let's do 35 right there. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some fillets here to all these edges, and I'm going to make sure to select the inner edges as well. Oops. Here, let me restart that selection. So let's just do that again, and I'm just going to select this inner edge right there, these 2 edges, and then all the bottom ones. And then I'll just fill it. So I think I'll do, let's see, I think I'll do 5 millimeters here, because I want to make sure that I have a nice surface area for the 3D printer to lay its first layer on, so I'll make sure to keep that pretty big. So now what I'll do here is I will fillet these corners here by 5 millimeters as well, and I'll do the inner ones as well. So these 2, 5 millimeters, and finally I'll fillet these edges here. So let's do 0.75. Perfect. Okay, so that's basically the main base there. So now what I want to do is create the holes for the mounting points to mount. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually create a sketch right here. I'm just gonna project this line here and create a center point there, and I'll finish that sketch. So what this is going to do, this is going to allow us to create a plane at an angle. So I'll just select that axis, and I think I'll do about 15 degrees there. So I'll just create a new sketch, and from the center I want to come out, so let's just go right about there. Remember, the height doesn't really matter, it's the distance between the points. So let's do right about there, and I want to come out 50 millimeters. Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll create an 8.5 millimeter circle, and then I want to create a line there and offset that line by 2.5 millimeters and negative 2.5 millimeters. And then I'll just create a line here. Let me trim these points first. And then I'll do 3 millimeters there. Let's drag that over here. And 3 millimeters here. Perfect. So let me just trim these. And then a 2-point circle here. Trim. So remember, you want the little part of the hole here, so basically the locking point, to align with gravity. So if you want this part to hook in, going to, so say this part here going towards the bottom, you're gonna want the lock to be on the top side. So if you were to rotate this whole sketch here by 180, you wouldn't really lock the phone, or not the phone mount, but the battery charger mount in. So you're gonna want to have this top loop facing up. Okay, so we can finish that, and I'll just extrude all the way and cut. So now I'll just create a midplane across these two planes here, and then I'll just create and mirror features, and then I'll just mirror the extrusion I just made on the timeline, and then okay. So there we have our battery mount. So now what we can do is we can send this off to the printer and get started on the actual mounting on the Oculus. So let's go ahead and do that.